What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Boy, oh boy, man. First and foremost, shout out to D-Dub, Dolphins Dialogue. That's the homie Dwayne. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Shout out to all the members. Shout out to everyone, man. Listen, we're going to have a great show right now. We're going to talk about what's going on in training camp at this very moment. They're still out there in training camp, so we'll have some breaking stuff. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through what we're going to do, we're basically going to follow training camp. We're going to start from the beginning and let you in on what's been going on today, the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of that stuff, all right? We're going to talk about it. Listen, but at the same token, man, this is some serious conversations that definitely should be had. I think everybody's hearing what's going on in camp so far. Tua Tagovailoa has thrown 5 interceptions, and they've been on basically most of them were like short and aggressive throws, which is crazy because I just got off the phone with the homie EM and we were talking, man, and I was like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. When me and EM was talking, I said, I'm not worried, bro. You know, I said, I'm not worried about interceptions. That just tells me he was throwing the ball down the field and being aggressive. And then EM corrected me right away and said, bro, these aren't throws down the field. These aren't aggressive throws. These are short throws. And I almost lost my brain. I said, you're lying. You cannot sit here and tell me. I'm sitting here like, it's all good. You know, those are deep throws. At least he's taking the shots, you know, and he'll get it. But short throws, people jumping routes and stuff like that, man, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. If we have time, I'm going to bring some people on. If we don't have time, y'all know we doing the show tonight. Y'all know we burning the night. We burning the midnight candle tonight. Not the midnight, but y'all get my point. Tonight, we'll be live later tonight, maybe around 10 p.m. or something like that. And that way, hey, if you got something to say, come on through. I see you in the comment section, ball game. What's up, homie? Hey, if you free tonight, come through, man. EM already know. Hey, Pete, yeah, come on, Pete. You don't have to light a fire on the people tonight, all right? Pete crazy, man. But listen, y'all, we're going to talk about it. Shout out to the homie DJJ with the donation saying, can we not overreact? Is the first day of practice. Yeah, we ain't got to overreact. I agree with you. I don't think we should overreact, but we're going to talk about the facts, though. We're going to talk about the facts. It is what it is, man. We need to talk about it. and we need to break it all down. It is what it is. See, when something great happens, we want to overreact, but when something bad happens, can we not overreact? So we're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. But one thing I do not want to hear out of any of y'all mouth, I don't want to hear nothing about Patrick Mahomes struggled in the mini camp. I don't want to hear nothing about that. I don't want to hear nothing, but it's pouring rain. You're in Miami. You might have 3 games in a season where it's raining. And in other states, you never know, but it doesn't matter the element. That's why I'm happy Flores kept them outside instead of taking them inside. Nobody want to hear, like this is my point of the matter, y'all. Y'all see all these excuses? The excuses people make? You see the excuses people make? Like, can we call it how it is? I think the kid's going to be fine. But don't sit here and try to just, the excuse squad is out today. You think this make me feel good that he's doing what he's doing? Ever see some of y'all, TD loving this. This is what he was waiting on. No, I'm not. I need him to play better because if he's going to be our quarterback, then I'm not going to find joy in him struggling because we losing if he's struggling. I have no joy in that. No joy whatsoever, man. So anyway, man, let's get into it. Let's talk about practice, man. I'm gonna go off of Omar Kelly tweets, and here's why, because he's been the most consistent, I would say, on as many plays as possible. And I think that's the best route to go right now. So we're gonna start at the beginning of camp. All right, here we go. So first and foremost, as y'all know, we added the former Patriots offensive lineman. Excuse me, y'all. Bear with me. Let me pull it up. Jermaine Illuminor. I keep on messing it up. Illuminor. Okay. He's wearing number 72. I like the addition because it's a veteran guy. Been playing with New England for a few years. He knows the ropes. He knows what we're definitely going to be trying to do. So we'll see how he works in. All right. And Emmanuel Ogbah shows up for practice, so that's a good sign. So hopefully they're working that out. We'll see how that goes. Mike Gesicki is also in attendance, but he is wearing a red jersey, which means, there should be no contact. Do not touch him. Now, I don't know what that's for. Is he still lingering with an injury even right now? Because some of y'all may know better than me in that case. Is Gesicki still nursing an injury right now that lingered all the way until mini camps? Y'all let me know in the comment section just in case I'm missing something. Or is he have a red jersey because they about to trade him and they don't want him contact? I don't know. We'll see. I'm just asking. All right. I know he had a shoulder injury last year, but is that still an issue? Is he still banged up from that? Maybe so. All right. Here we go. So this camp, the coverage of this camp starts out with automatically Tua Tagovailoa throws 3 interceptions. Then it's Tua Tagovailoa has thrown 4 picks in the early portion of practice. And it got ugly fast. It went to 5 by a tip ball by Gesicki. And they say it was 1 that he threw, but the ball was dropped by the defender. And I'm not giving him credit for 6 because the defender needs to actually catch it. But they said it should have been an easy pick, but the defender did drop it. All right. Now, here we go. So first and foremost, the first observation of the day, Brandon Jones tipped a Jacoby Brissett pass in the air. See, so when we break these down, if you're new to this channel, when we break these down, we talk about everybody. We talk about every aspect of the tweet. So Brandon Jones, first of all, tipped the Jacoby Brissett pass in the air. Jacoby Brissett threw a pass that got tipped, and Brandon Jones tipped it. That's strong for our secondary because you want guys like Brandon Jones to be stepping up and taking that next step. So I love to hear that out of our secondary. So that's a more plus for our secondary because Jacoby Brissett is supposed to be our backup. But y'all already know that stream is going to come eventually. Is Jacoby Brissett going to be our starting quarterback if this type of crap continues? But I ain't going to get you mad yet. We'll get there if necessary. I'm going to give Tua a pass right now, right? But Jacoby on the way. This is crazy. Anyway, but big ups to Brandon Jones. That defense looking nice. All right. All right. Next up, the rain has stopped, but the field is soaked. Players have very little footing. All right. So they're playing in rough conditions. And that's why I'm so happy Flores kept them out there, because any given Sunday, you could be dealing with these conditions. Any given Sunday, Thursday night, Monday, you could be dealing with these conditions. All right. All right. Lynn Bowden Jr. just caught a nice 20-yard drag route from Jacoby Brissett. So we got 20 yards down the field. Jacoby hooking up with Lynn Bowden. That's good to hear. Javon Holland pulled down an interception off Tua. This time Gesicki tipped the pass in the air. So that's another interception by Tua, but Javon Holland catches it, the rookie, who's probably, I think we all can agree, should be starting this year. So he will be getting the start. Now, Gesicki tipped the pass in the air. That don't bode well for Gesicki. We're talking contracting you out there and not protecting your quarterback. You out here tipping balls up in the air. I would love to see the film on it, because I know some people say you touch the ball, you catch it. That's your fault. But sometimes the ball could be high as well, because we saw a lot of that from Tua last year, where the balls were sailed high, but the players tried their very best to make a heck of a play, and all that did is result in a tip up in the air because they were reaching for it. But we shall see. Gesicki got I'm gonna put that, Gesicki, come on, man, help the young kid out. But shout out to Javon Holland, already getting your name mentioned. All right. There is absolutely no, now this is from Omar's opinion, and I'm going to read it only because I agree. There is absolutely no excuse for a 5 interception day. I don't care if it was a hurricane. Your starting quarterback can't turn the ball over 5 times, and these aren't aggressive throws either. Now, let's break that down. First and foremost, Omar Kelly, I know a lot of y'all may not like Omar Kelly, but at the end of the day, this man was the Tua near of all Tua nears before we drafted him. So you can miss me with that, Omar hating on Tua. This was the guy that I was actually mad at. Like, Omar out here talking about we need to get this kid. This kid is this. This kid is that. Omar was the Tua near of all Tua nears. Okay? But one thing that I found with Omar, he's going to tell it how he sees it, even if y'all disagree or you don't like it. He just calls it how he sees it. And that's kind of like how I am. But, you still get beat up for it, because he's definitely, people are attacking him left and right today. They don't like this. But anyway, Pete with the donation said, Bull Buster Valoa. Oh, my God. Stop, Pete. Stop, Pete. Oh, man. Bring it tonight, Pete. Bring it tonight. All right. But he's right. There is absolutely no excuse for a 5 interception day, especially when the organization has so many questions about you as it is. But to come out and have 5, and remember, y'all, they're out here practicing. Basically, you put in the amount of work a quarterback puts in is just 1 quarter of football. Like a game day football, the amount of work that a quarterback typically puts in is like really 1 quarter. You got Brissett cooking, you got Sinet cooking, and you got Tua cooking. They ain't doing tons now. And let's say that this is a half of football. We got 5 interceptions. That can't happen. And really, it doesn't matter what the weather is. It just amazed me whenever I see, again, I'm not freaking out about Tua's day. It is what it is. Let's come back tomorrow and make it stronger and better, right? In the second half of the day, he made some throws. He didn't throw any more picks after that, other than the one that was dropped. Well, it wasn't a pick, so it doesn't matter. But here's my thing, man. It doesn't matter what the weather is. These are applicable conditions in the NFL on a game day. Somebody said use context, TD. Stop hating, TD. What context? That's what I'm trying to understand. What context am I missing? Is it the context that it's raining? Why do I have to use raining as a context? When at the end of the day, these are applicable weather conditions on a Sunday where you'll still play, or on a Monday or Thursday night, whatever it is. What context am I missing here? I mean, and then I'm not even reading my own. I'm reading somebody else's report. It's just that I agree with a lot of it. Come on, man. Y'all got to stop these excuses, man. Y'all be in y'all feelings y'all be in y'all feelings. Y'all got to stop that mess. Anyway, Ponyboy Curtis with the donation said Jacoby greater than Tua. We should have traded Tua away package for Julio, Bell, Rogers, any of the big names. Shaking my head. We jumping the gun. We'll see. We're jumping the gun. Let's let camp play out. Sometimes you have bad days, sometimes you have good days. And today was a terrible one. And that's terrible. I don't care what you did in practice. You throw 5 picks, you had a terrible day. I don't care if you clean it up later and you made a few passes, you had a terrible day. All right? It's that simple, man. For all those who say I'm just hating, enjoy the hate then. All I can do is embrace what you call me. I'm a hater. Enjoy this hating. All right? Let's keep it going. Let's keep hating in. The action picks up after a special teams period, and Jacoby Brissett connects on a first down to Myles Gaskins. So Jacoby is out here cooking. Brissett just threw a beautiful pass to Hunter Long for 20 yards. I love to hear that. Our rookie. See, Myles Gaskins, I already know he's our guy. So that's good to hear they connected, but to hear Hunter Long on a 20-yard pass, now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to hear. Hunter Long, and yeah, Jacoby Brissett threw it. See, this is my point. See, when somebody actually says something like, y'all better look out, Jacoby Brissett might end up starting, y'all will lose your head and get really mad at me. Like it ain't a real possibility if stuff like this continues to happen. You know why I bring that up? Because somebody had the nerve to lie on me recently and sit there talking about when I made the comment that Tua struggled in training camp last year, because there weren't OTAs, but he struggled in training camp, him and Rosen, and Fitz was being missed when he had to miss because of family issue and things like that. They were like, man, these guys are just struggling. But Tua struggled. He was checking down all the time, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, we come to this year, oh, you're lying. That never happened last year. He never struggled in camp. He was struggling in camp. That was a fact. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows this man struggled in camp last year. And all of a sudden, that's a lie. That never existed. Like, where did that come from? So make sure right now you start taking tallies. Day 1, he struggled. Hopefully day 2, he doesn't. But if he continues this, remember, next year when I say, remember, he struggled in camp. Don't sit there and like, that's not true. He was great in camp. Don't do that. Don't do that, all right? Let's keep it moving. But Hunter Long is on the field. I love it. Durham Smith with a nice pass in the flat from Tua. So Tua getting more cook and hooking up with Durham Smith. But remember, I want y'all to notice something. A lot of Tua's passes that the beat writers are saying is he's still not being aggressive and they're underneath, and those are the ones that were really getting picked off. He's still checking down. He's still going for all the underneath stuff, and there were opportunities to make plays down the field, and he wouldn't take them. Jason Strawbridge with a press on Tua would have been a sack. So that would have been a sack. Of course, they got helmets on, but they're not padded up. So they're not going to, and that's the tough part. These aren't even pads, man. So it was a potential sack. So that alarms me. I hope it wasn't. I need that O-line to make sure they're taking care of them, but I don't know what the scheme was, what the context of that was. So I can't give context, right? In that regards. All right. There are so many guys on the Dolphins roster who can run and end around. Before Lynn Bowden, there were 2. Lynn Bowden ran 2 end arounds, and I heard Jalen Phillips snuff one of them out and blew it up. Let me see here. Props to Brian Flores for keeping the team outside. I would have used the Nick Savannah Memorial Bubble one more time. I told y'all already, I'm happy he kept them outside in those elements because you can't run from it. We might get to the Super Bowl and it's raining. So you cannot run from it. These are the things if this is the elements of the day, you practice in those elements today. It's that simple. Dwayne with the donation said, TD, we will trade Mitch Trubisky for your second rounder and you will win 10 to 12 games. Miami has the pieces. Mitch, second best QB in division. Listen, I'm all right, man. I actually think Tua is going to turn the corner and have a good season this year. I just hope he gets past these struggles in camp. I don't want to see him struggling long term in camp. I want to see him have good days, like really good days. I want him to have a no pick day as well. So I'm all right with that. I believe in Tua this year. I just hope I'm not wrong, because if I'm wrong, that means he's going to continue this type of play. That's why I'm not alarmed with what's happening in camp right now. But at the same token, we got to pay attention to it. These are daily. We are looking at this. We are watching it. We're taking score each day of what's going on. All right. Let's keep it moving. All right. Every 11-on-11 or 7-on-7 session has featured a downpour. The whistle would blow, changing periods, and the rain would start automatically. All except for the first period. Oh my, I gotta spell better. On that one, the rain came during the session. Tua had a nice pass during 7-on-7 to Myles Gaskins down the seam. Love to hear that. Gaskins is going to have a productive season if he can stay healthy. All right, Tua throwing a nice pass down the seam. That's what I want to hear. And Gaskins, he should be our guy. I really feel like he should be our guy this year. All right. Here we go. Brennan Scarlett just picked off Jacoby Brissett during the 7-on-7. So Jacoby gets his first one. Jacoby gets picked off as well. And I don't like our quarterbacks playing so bad like this, man. I know Jacoby threw a lot of nice passes, but that's his first one. He didn't nearly have a bad day like Tua, but at the same token, you want a clean day from your quarterbacks, man. All right, Omar Kelly decided to respond to everybody when he wrote, "There is absolutely no excuse for a 5-interception day. I don't care if it's a hurricane. Your starting quarterback can't turn the ball over 5 times, and these aren't aggressive throws either." Basically, a lot of people were making excuses, trying to rip him for what he said. And he replied to all those people and said, "Sorry to all those who want me to baby Tua." Gosh, sorry for all those who want me to baby Tua. But I live with the philosophy, don't make excuses for quarterbacks. If this were Aaron Rodgers, you'd get the same kind of coverage. Horrible day for the quarterback. That's Omar's words. Horrible day for Tua. Okay. And I agree. Sorry to all those who want me to baby him. I'm not going to baby Tua. It is what it is. Don't make no excuses for the quarterbacks. I made every excuse in the world for Tannehill. Where did that get me? So I learned my lesson. So now I'm very critical of quarterbacks, because there is a certain level of play that you want from your quarterback. And there's a certain, in order for us to win a Super Bowl, you need him to not be a 5-interception guy. And I know it's once, so it's not the end of the world, and this doesn't write his future. But people are allowed to call it how it is. They're allowed to call it how it is, man. It's that simple. All right? All right, let's keep it moving, man. Tua with a nice slide throw, complete to Gesicki. Had a little zip on it. No rain. All right? He looking better with no rain. Tua scrambles and throws at the last minute. Receiver tips the ball in the air, not picked off this time. Noah Igbenogany batted down a pass to the sideline by Tua Tagovailoa. So Noah gets a pass breakup. That's pretty cool to hear Noah being involved. Noah Igbenogany went down briefly, but got back up. He was struggling on the play before too. I guess not so good, right? Final 11-on-11 is dry. Grass is wet. Let's get it. Tua with the nice 25-yard reception to Will Fuller in the hurry up, then to Gesicki to move 6 yards. So they run a hurry up with Tua. He gets him a nice chunk of 25 yards and then a quick one to Gesicki for 6 yards. What did I tell y'all last year during the games? Stop running a traditional offense with this kid, because you cannot let a defense get settled. Once the defense gets set and they see where everyone is, he struggles. Run the hurry up offense and move the pace. And it's dry out there. They decided to go hurry up. This is the same thing that happened last year. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. They don't really want to go hurry up offense. They want to eat the clock, run the ball, play action, and that's how they want to do it. That's how the Dolphins want to do it. They want to be able to run the ball, and they want to be able to own the time of possession and play action and make plays and move down the field. But I'm going to tell y'all now, I love Tua in a hurry up. I love his game in a hurry up. But at the same token, man, I'm going to be honest, that's not really what they want to do. They don't want to get into shootouts. They want to be able to control the game and eat the clock with the run game. All right? Somebody said, TD, what if we need the clock to run late in the game? That's my point. Tua has always thrived in a hurry up here in Miami. That was his best even last year. In the hurry up, defense off balance. They can't sub their personnel in to match what we're trying to do. Just keep it moving. That's his strength. But you want his game to develop to where even if we don't run a hurry up, we're good. Even if we don't run a hurry up. Ball Game said they prefer up tempo to hurry up. Hurry up is a scenario-based game plan. Yeah, well, this was a hurry up. But up-tempo, I get what you're saying in an up-tempo, but it's not the same ball game. The up-tempo the Dolphins want is get in the huddle, hurry up and get out of it, and run that play. That's the up-tempo. They still want to huddle, but as soon as they get that play in the huddle, break and hurry up and get to the line. That's how they want up-tempo. They want, as soon as the play is read in the huddle, soon as you break, all right, let's go do it, hurry up. That's what they want. But the hurry up is a lot of no huddle, getting people, all right, no huddle, all right, we're running this, we're running that. That's what that is, and that's what they don't want to do. They want up tempo in the sense of deliver the play in the huddle, let the huddle run some of the time, and then hurry up and get to the line and do it before they can kind of get a good feel of what we're running. So we'll see what they have to end up doing because they need to customize it around Tua. So if we can't do the hurry up and if we can't do the no huddle, if we can do the no huddle, if that's all we could do, they're going to have to do it, but that ain't what they want to do. All right, let's keep it moving. Tua would have been sacked by Adam Butler on second down. Oh, so that Gesicki pass for 6 yards made it 2nd and 4. Then he would have got sacked. I don't know what he would have got sacked to, but Tua converted the 3rd down with a chain-moving reception to Gesicki that gains 5. Let me tell y'all why I don't like how they're practicing if that's the case. Because that gives Tua the 1st down. So basically, here's what they're doing in practice. This is what Omar is saying. They threw a 25-yard reception to Will Fuller, 1st down. Then they threw a 6-yard pass to Gesicki. That made it 2nd and 4. Then Tua would have got sacked. But they don't do loss of yards in practice. They just say, okay, you would have got sacked. Now it's 3rd and 4. They don't give you the sack yards. Does that make sense? And I've seen them do that before. They don't do that. So now it's 3rd and 4, and Gesicki picks up a 5-yard gain, and now it's a 1st down. But in the real world, that sack, we might not have gotten the 1st down because of that sack. And not Tua's fault of the sack. It could have been O-line. I have no clue. But that's why I'm like, well, and then this whole drive, I believe, ended in a we got the 1st down. Let's keep it moving. Players just ended up on the ground after Jalen Phillips produced the pressure. Brian Flores sent him to go run laps around the field. I don't know what that was about. That was weird to me. Omar said players just ended up on the ground after Jalen Phillips produced the pressure. Producing a pressure is a great thing. And players ended up on the ground, but Brian Flores sent them to run. So I don't understand that one. That's like a contradictory one. Let's see. Here we go. Tua's final drive ended with a field goal. So if we got the 1st down from Gesicki, that means we couldn't get the next 10 yards because we ended up on the field goal. But they also didn't tell us what the plays were outside of Jalen Phillips creating a pressure. So the defense must have just blew them up and stopped them at that point. And Jason Sanders was able to get a field goal from there. All right. And that was Tua's final drive. Now Jacoby Brissett was up. So let's see what's going on with that one. Well, they said there was one more where Tua with a nice slant to Jalen Waddle with Noah Igbenogany in coverage before downing the football for a Jason Sanders kick. So that's what happened, but they still didn't get enough for the first. So rookie Jalen Phillips is taking a lap around the field. So that's what happened. That's what we missed. We must have missed 2 plays, didn't do anything. Jalen Phillips blew it up, but then Tua hit Jalen Waddle on a nice slant, but it wasn't enough for the first down. All right. Now, Albert Wilson with the nice first down reception from Brissett. So Brissett, first throw out the gate, first down, Albert Wilson. Jalen Phillips is still running. All right, Brissett with the nice sideline pass to Hunter Long. I like the way the rookie tight end moves. That's another one from Hunter Long today. That's the second one. That's the second one from to Hunter Long from Brissett. So that's pretty cool. They hooking up. It ended up, let me see. It ended up being a field goal that Jason Sanders was short on. No points. Reed Sinnett with the nice pass to Robert Foster on a double pump where he rolled to the right. All right. Sinnett with the pass to Kurt Merritt that gets his unit to the 4-yard line. Justin Coleman broke up a Sinnett pass in the end zone. Now, these are our third string guys. Ball slipped out of Sinnett's hand on the throw. Not sure if it was a second or third down at the goal line, but refs blow a whistle and into the next session. Team is running gassers now, so Flores isn't happy. He got the whole team running gassers. All right. Team is running gassers, but Jesse Davis and Adam Pankey are not participating. Let's see here. All right. We are going to have to play in the rain and play in those conditions. Tua. Overall, I thought today was an all right day. That's what Tua said. He said we're going to have to play in the rain and play in those conditions. Overall, I thought today was an all right day. So the man said himself with the rain. So all y'all coming with the rain excuses. See somebody in the comment section right now, man, it's storming down here. So what? Y'all make more excuses than Tua. And then every time I tell y'all what he say, y'all say he's just being PC. He's just being, humble. No, he gonna have to play in the rain. I'm happy it rained. What you gonna do in a critical game when it's raining if you ain't got the experience playing in it? Can't believe people are making rain excuses. Rain excuses. Like, come on. We wanted to be aggressive today with the pass game and see what the throws we can make. That's what Tua said. Obviously, we want to be smart. But if there is time to make mistakes, now is the time. And I agree. This is where you're supposed to make the mistakes. But we just can't have them repeated. We're one day in. He made a lot of mistakes. Bad day by Tua. But it's not the end of the world. What we're looking for at this point going forward is to make sure that there is improvement and he's not continuing to make these mistakes. Because, yes, the time is now. Martin with the donation says, shout out to the defense, bro. If they show up every game, we making it to the divisional round. I'll put the cash back. Hey, I agree. But here's the deal. If the defense shows up every game, we still got to make sure that we're not turning the ball over every game as much as our defense is taking it away too. See, last year he was very efficient with the ball, and that's why you get the plus from what the defense did. Even though we converted off of none of what the defense did, but it's a positive because it takes away from the other team, but we didn't add on to it with offense. But we can't give it back to them because then it just wipes it out. And I'm not worried about the interceptions, y'all. I said I want Tua to be more aggressive and the interception should go up. But most of these were, based off of the reports, these interceptions weren't down the field. They weren't aggressive plays. They were check downs and intermediates. People jumping the routes. And honestly, I haven't even read the exact interception plays. Let me see here. Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna find it for you because I have. Give me a moment. I have it. Give y'all more context to those plays. We can't overreact. Of course we can't overreact. All we're doing is talking about what happened. All we're doing is talking about what happened. Nobody should be overreacting. All right, let me pull this up. And I'm going to read the comments in a second, see what y'all have to say about today, man. Somebody said Tua is not a bust. No, he's not. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. See, they still got Xavier Howard dominating the headlines, man. Yeah, we don't know it yet. How did Eckenberg and Hunt perform? We don't know. We didn't get those details, but I'm going to go ahead and read off of another article of some of the stuff that happened today. Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa has struggled badly while practicing in heavy rain during the first day of Miami Dolphins mandatory minicamp, throwing 5 picks. Tagovailoa threw into traffic in the middle of the field, and the ball was tipped by linebacker Sam Egwavan. Listen, that's good to hear. Sam is on the field. And intercepted by cornerback Jamal Perry. That was interception 1. Now, that's good to know. Sam Egwavan in traffic, Tua threw in traffic this time. So he's taking a risk, and Sam tipped it and intercepted by Jamal Perry. So shout out to Sam, man, making it. Look at Sam. Okay. See, Sam, I've loved Sam Egwavan, but the thing is his health. Got to stay healthy. All right. Tua also threw an interception to cornerback Trill Williams. Oh, are you kidding me? Then he threw another interception to Nick Needham. And then he threw another to safety Nate Holley. Tagovailoa threw a 5th interception on the pass that Gesicki dropped. Safety Clayton Fledgling caught it for a pick. So it looks like the first one and the 5th one, they're basically saying there was a bang situation and it was picked, but the middle 3 were just straight up interceptions thrown because there's no context that said this was tipped, it was this, it was that. But I did read on Twitter by one of the beat writers, some of them were just badly underthrown and one of them was badly overthrown. My bad, y'all. Let me pull this back up. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. Corner Noah Igbenogany dropped what would have been another Tagovailoa interception. So that was the one. It was Noah. I couldn't remember who it was, but Tua threw one basically right to Noah Igbenogany, but he dropped it. And Tagovailoa sailed a pass over the head of Will Fuller on the positive side. So I guess that's all the negative. 5 picks, almost another 6, and then another pass that he sailed on top over the head of Will Fuller. On the positive side, Tagovailoa also completed a nice deep ball over the middle to Jalen Waddle and connected with Will Fuller on a slant. And Tagovailoa threw well in the final half hour of practice, completing a 25-yard pass to Fuller in a 2-minute drill and then completing a short pass to Gesicki for 6 yards. Backup quarterback Jacoby Brissett also threw an interception to Justin Coleman. Brissett also threw a nice pass to rookie tight end Hunter Long for a 20-yard gain. Then Brissett threw a pick to Brennan Scarlett on 7-on-7 works. So Jacoby got 2 picks. All this came without any pass pressure. That's not good. Third string quarterback Reed Sinnett made a couple of nice throws. Then they go into Howard's situation pretty much, and we'll stop right there. So we already talked about Howard early. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in training camp, and we get struggles. It's not the end of the world. I know everybody's in my inbox going crazy. Oh, your quarterback sucks. You know, the Jets fan, all the fans around, they're just hitting me up. Oh, your quarterback sucks, throwing 5 picks. I'm like, whatever, man. It's 5 picks. He didn't have a great day. And we look for him to pick up his shoulder pads and get out there tomorrow and turn that around. It's that simple. You know, I'm not going to sit here and feel like, oh, see, this isn't a moment. See, I told you he tried this and that. No, ain't none of that. He's going to be okay, man. We got to hope for the best, man. But the reason why we have to stay in tune with this and continue to monitor the situation is because the Miami Dolphins may have options. So if things continue to go down this trajectory, it's okay. They have options if they wanted to. So we'll keep our eye on it. But once again, here we go with these type of comments, man. Somebody said maybe our defense, Aiden said maybe our defense is too good. Number one. Bro, I get what you're saying. Maybe our defense is too good. But Xavier Howard ain't even on the field, first of all. And let me tell you who's picking the man off. So I get maybe our defense is too good, but at the same token, you're getting picked off by Nate Holley, Nick Needham, Trill Williams, Jamal Perry. I mean, come on, man. Noah almost had one. This is like some equal opportunity stuff out here. So I don't know when we say that maybe our defense is just that good. Yeah, I think they're good, but come on, man. Come on. He just got to be better. We'll hold him accountable in the sense of you got to be better, but believe that he will be. He will be. All right, let me read this other comment. Let me see here. What? Y'all, can y'all please stop bringing up Patrick Mahomes throwing 7 picks? Y'all always got to find a qualifier. I could show you a whole bunch of bums that threw 7 picks too. That wasn't in the league more than 4 years. We got to stop that. I don't care what Patrick Mahomes did. Tua Tagovailoa's name is not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Patrick Mahomes. We worried about what Tua did, and we glad Patrick Mahomes got out of them 7 interceptions and became really good, right? Great. Tua hasn't done that yet. Once he becomes really great, then I'll go back and be like, remember when he threw 5 picks in camp? Man, but look at him now, see? Yeah, we'll talk about that when it happens. Don't compare him to somebody if it ain't play out yet. Don't compare him to anybody if it hasn't played out yet. Just like Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, but there's been other people who threw 7 picks like Patrick Mahomes, but they out of the league now. So you can find people who've done it this way and people who haven't. All I care about is get better, play better, lead this team, allow your receivers and everybody to have the utmost confidence in your game and what you're doing. It's all that matters. Be great. Tua Tagovailoa, be great. Be great. Somebody said practice. We talking about practice? Yeah, we are. Because that's all we had to talk about right now. Yes, you say that, TD, but there are mad people in the comment section talking like it's the end of the world. But you got to ignore those people. That's what you're going to get. Watson would never be this bad. Well, you never know, man. Things happen. But ignore the people in the comment section. You know you're going to have people talking like it's the end of the world because you legitimately have some people who hate Tua. And some of them don't hate Tua. They just tired of the crap. They want a great quarterback and they want him to be great at all times. That's just how they feel. It's just how they feel. 7 versus 7 is a fact as well. Didn't Tua throw picks on 7-on-7 ball game? Please, oh Lord, Pete ball game going. Listen, y'all. Tomorrow, all the beat writers are gonna come out. They can be like, Tua went 20 for 23. Throwing dimes down the field, touchdown to Parker, touchdown to Wall, like 0 interceptions, all is good. And then the other people are gonna come out, told y'all. I mean, it's okay. It's okay, y'all. All we're doing right now is reporting what happened today. It wasn't good, it was bad. Tua had a bad day. Jacoby Brissett had a bad day. Two picks. I ain't good with that either. But it's okay because it's practice. They're preparing for the season. They're getting the bearings under them. They're getting their bearings under them. But this can't continue. And as Dolphin fans, we can sit here and objectively talk about that and make that statement. We just want to make sure that this doesn't continue. And we have these conversations so we keep score. Tua had a bad day, day one. What are we going to get day two? Oh, he had a good day. Or he had another bad day. Oh, that's 2 days in a row, but it's okay. Let's keep our eyes on it. 3 days in a row. Oh, no, something ain't right now. We got to, what's up with this? That's why you keep your eye on the situation and you take it day by day. It's not the end of the world, ladies and gentlemen. So stop. Hey, there's no need to freak out. And there's no need for certain people to feel validated like I told you he was no good. This doesn't tell you anything. Outside of the fact that, okay, he got a rough start. Let's see where he goes from here. Let's see where he goes from here. The only thing I truly, personally care about is don't take your foot off the gas. I need you to continue to be aggressive. Like tomorrow, he could throw 4 picks. All right, but he was still aggressive. The next day, he could throw 3, but he was still, I need him to be aggressive. That's all I care with Tua. Be aggressive right now. But what I don't want is for him to go like what Flores criticized him about last year. I don't want him to start checking down so everybody doesn't see the picks. And they start feeling like, see, he didn't throw any today. I don't want him to start checking down. I do not want him to start checking down. Give me 10 picks tomorrow. Just don't start checking down. Because when I watched his film from last year, there were too many opportunities down the field. It might have been tight, but that's what the good quarterbacks, they got to take those shots. So throw the pick and feel more and more comfortable with it. It wasn't no difference from Tannehill. Tannehill took the shots early on. That's what I liked about Tannehill. But he wasn't connecting. I'm okay with you not connecting. I'm okay with the occasional pick here and there when you try to do it. But it tells me you're reading the situation accurately. That's all I'm caring about, man. That's all I care about. Most of the picks came off checkdowns, TD. I know. I know. But what I'm saying is we still got reports that he made some passes down the field. So don't get me wrong. I mean, y'all know me. I ain't sitting here trying to make excuses for the kid. Y'all know me out of all people. So I don't want y'all to think I'm trying to make excuses. But I got to be honest. I feel like he did take some shots down the field. But that's what had my head scratching when I was on the phone with EM earlier. Most of the interceptions were checkdowns, and I was like, like, how does that happen? Some of the safest plays, that's just like total disregard. You're just throwing the ball. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But like I said, I'm just more trying to focus on the plays down the field right now with him, because I know where his areas of concerns were last year. I feel like all the check down and underneath stuff, he'll be fine. That'll be cleaned up. Take your shots, Tua. Take your shots down the field. Try to learn, just keep on trying to be the best you can at reading what the defense is giving you. That's all that matters. See, as fans, all we pay attention to is, was the pass complete? All right, that's all that matters. Yeah, but it's not about whether or not the pass was complete. It's about, did you go to the right option? So you can have a guy 17 yards down the field on an in route, like that's where you were supposed to go. He got 3-foot separation on his man, and you got a clear path to him, but instead you take the 7-yard slant underneath and tackle right away. See, in our head, that's a completion, 7 yards, but that ain't what the read was on the play. That's not what the read was. And that's what I'm focusing on with Tua. We just care about, oh, he caught a nice pass from this person. He caught a nice pass from that person. When you see the film, you want the actual, was that the right option? Did he take the right option on the play? So time will tell. I know this is one of those things, man. It makes a lot of people upset today to hear that he's doing this, especially his fans. The Tuaneers, they're like, man, they in defense mode. But call it how it is and trust that he'll be better tomorrow. I do. I trust more than y'all. I've been very critical of this kid since day one, but I trust that he's going to be okay more than a lot of y'all. Let's not sit here and act like people don't have bad days. Don't get me wrong. 5 is excessive, y'all. 5 is excessive. He could have had 3 and would have been like, oh, that was a rough day. But he'll be all right. You just got to be better. But 5 is excessive and a possible. 5 and a possible. Noah dropped it. And shame on Noah. All these issues we having with X right now, we need you to step up, Noah. At least catch the pick. Make us feel like, oh, Noah about to start picking off. We can. Come on, man. It's crazy, man. People saying trade Tua are the hypocritical bandwagon Miami Dolphin fans. People saying trade the man. Hey, well, it depends on who you trade him for. Now, if it's a certain quarterback, hey, we all should be bought it. But just the general trade this man, y'all got to stop. He might end up being our biggest blessing. Y'all got to stop, man. He might literally end up being our biggest blessing, man. Y'all listen. If you don't like Tua and you hate Tua, whatever narrative fits you, take my advice. Support him. I'm not telling you to stop being critical of him. Call out the crap. That's what I do over here. I'm always call out the crap. But take my advice, support him, and hope that he turns up making you wrong. Because I want you to think about the team. If he makes you wrong, what do you think is happening with our team? I'm hopeful that this kid is amazing, that when the season starts, he's balling out. I'm very hopeful of that. It's still not going to stop me from calling it how it is, what's going on. He had a terrible day today. Pete said, what is there to support, TD? I hope he shuts me up, but what is there to support? I understand, bro. If you don't want to use the word support, then replace it with the word hopeful. Be hopeful. Be hopeful. Because it's not about Tua. It's about the Miami Dolphins winning the Super Bowl. How are we going to do that? We need him to be the guy. Without great quarterback play, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So we all, if you're a true Dolphin fan, we all should be hopeful that he turns out. Like, me and you are not alike if you're hopeful that he fails so that you could be right. We are not the same if that's what you believe. If you're hoping this kid fails just so you could be right, me and you are not the same. It's more beneficial for people who have criticized him to be wrong and want to be wrong. And I'll be honest, if he fails, you were right. But at the same token, where does that leave our team? Where does that leave our team? I support Tua. Tua's going to be our future. He's going to be great. Only thing I say is if 2 or 3 certain quarterbacks become available to get, he out of here. You better go get them. That's just how I feel. But outside of that, I don't want nobody else. I don't want nobody else. I don't want no other. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm good with hoping that he turns out. Only thing, I know people don't like me for that, but at the same token, there's certain quarterbacks, yeah. I mean, you just got to be smart. Yeah, you trade them. For that guy, I'm going to even take it a step further. Let's say Tua struggles all camp really bad. Like this continues and it's obvious. I'm telling the Miami Dolphins, go get Aaron Rodgers and still keep Tua on this roster. Go get Aaron Rodgers and let this kid develop for 3 years. We are in no rush. Let him develop for 3 years behind Aaron Rodgers. See what you can get out of him as someone who you don't have to rush anymore. And he can sit behind Aaron Rodgers for 3 years. Aaron Rodgers going ahead and retire. Tua should be the best version of himself, polished and all. It's that simple. That's how my mind works. I just want to win, man. I just feel like this roster we have now can win if the quarterback play is great. And maybe Tua gives us that this year, but if he struggles in camp and you really know that, yeah, he's not going to give it to us yet. He'll get there one day, but not yet. Then go make this team a Super Bowl contender while you're developing them. We don't have to wait. We got all the assets in the world. We don't have to wait. We don't have to wait. TD, why would Green Bay trade Rodgers and not get Tua in return? What the? Because they got Jordan Love. You drafted him in the first round. That's why. You got Jordan Love over there. It's time to move on. He out there ripping it up in practice, and they're like, oh, Jordan Love just went off in practice, and the coordinator hailing him like, whoa, fanning him off like, cool down. That's why. You invested a first-round pick in Jordan Love. You going to admit you did that for nothing? No, you're going to have to play him. Dolphins dialogue with the donation said new offense being installed. Tua getting used to being close to 100. New offensive line, defense way ahead of the offensive continuity wise. Mistakes have to be learned from. Weather conditions are not an excuse. Trade X if he holds out longer. That was a loaded title there. Let me see if I can break down some of it. New offense being installed. Yeah, new offense being installed, but they say it's the one catered to him already, D-Dub. Did you hear? There's a new offense and it's catered specifically for Tua. It's a lot of what he already did. Tua getting used to being close to 100%. Well, according to last night, if y'all didn't check out Reason Stream, make sure you check it out. Tua's trainer was on. And he's beyond 100% now. Matter of fact, the injured hip is better than the non-injured one. That's what he said. He said Tua got all the defenses in his house all posted on walls of different formations and what a defense can do out of it. Today it didn't look like that. New offensive line. Yeah, I think it was like 3 sacks that should have happened today, they said. But I don't know if that was offensive line related. I don't know if he's calling his reads and his protections. I don't know. We need more context. But don't worry, man. I'm going to start. You know what? I got to work a little harder to get out there myself so I can give y'all better context to get out to the stadium myself. All right? Defense way ahead of the offensive continuity-wise. Is it? I mean, I got Adam Butler out here making plays. I got Jalen Phillips out here making plays. I got, young guys still like Noah. I got Brandon Jones, Javon Hollins out here making plays. Xavier Howard not even on the field. Perry, all of these guys making plays. Yeah, the defense is ahead, but continuity-wise, I'm hearing a lot of the plays being made by people that shouldn't have the continuity like that. Mistakes have to be learned from. I totally agree. Weather conditions are no excuses. No excuse. Totally agree. Trade X if he holds out longer. That X situation. My whole said 2 pressures and 3 sacks. Hey, let's put that full circle. This is the crazy thing. 2 pressures, 3 sacks, 5 interceptions, 1 dropped interception, a few overthrown balls, a few underthrown balls. But then you got some plays that were made in it as well. A nice 25-yard pass. And some other plays that were made. 6 yards to Gesicki. Waddle caught one going across the middle. Will Fuller caught one. I think from what I hear, I'm hearing like there was like 6 receptions or something like that. Just as many picks as receptions. Somebody said bring Gailey back. I can't deal with y'all sometimes. Y'all killing me, boy. I cannot deal with whoever said that. That was funny. Oh, my whole bring Gailey back. Oh my God. Y'all hilarious sometimes, man. We don't want you here, fantasy. Oh Lord. 13 Wonderlic score. 10 is illiterate. I'm gonna leave that alone. All right. Gailey sucks. Why would we do that? Why y'all ranking on Gailey? Gailey improved this offense. Gailey ain't even here. And matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I went on Twitter and I heard some people was like, he's still trying to get that Gailey stuff out of his system. Boy, people will deflect. They will deflect blame off of this kid like I've never seen in my life, y'all. It's crazy. He don't even deflect this kind of blame, but people will do it, man. Y'all, the kid's gonna be all right, man. Tua's gonna be fine. We just hope that he keeps making improvements. It's that simple. He had a rough day today. He had a bad day. I know it stings the people that support him most because they feel like it gives the people who, let me tell y'all what the truth is. The truth is, even the people that love Tua have concern. The biggest Tua fans deep down inside are concerned. And it had nothing to do with today. It's just today made their situation, it made them feel a little worse. Even the biggest Tua fans have concerns. Deep down inside, they don't even know. They're like, man, this kid is special. Y'all don't know. But deep down, they're like, he just needs to play right, man. Come on, Tua. You just be great. We know you got it. That's what they're really screaming inside. Don't get mad. I'm not calling nobody out. I'm just telling the truth. Y'all know it's true. Deep down inside, they're like, man, he's going to be better. He can be better, but he just got to do it. Come on, man. We know you got it. We know you got this, bro. Let's do it. Let's shut these haters up, man. You're talented. You're special. Let's do this, man. That's what they really, truly feel. Their favorite player can do no wrong because they want him to be the greatest of all time. And that's what you call a fan. But you got to respect that because they're being a fan. Nothing's wrong with that. Especially if it turns out happening, that's the joy of fandom. That's the joy of being a fan, man. But the truth is, no one knows, and we're there's a lot of hope, and we're gonna see how it happens, man. We're gonna see what happens. Ball game said no one that truly understands what is happening is talking like that. It's a process, plain and simple. None of this is gonna happen overnight. I agree. It definitely ain't gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen overnight. But there are people like me that also recognize there's a possibility that it doesn't happen at all. And there's also a possibility that it does happen eventually. But I leave my possibilities open because it hasn't, either way hasn't happened yet. Either way hasn't happened yet. So that's where we are. And just like those people, I'm like, just give it to us. Like, go out and ball out, manipulate the defense, shred people apart, blah, blah, blah. We're just waiting to see it. It may take 50 years. I'm not 50, but y'all get my point. It might take a few years, but we're just waiting to see it. At some point, we have to see it. Somebody said, TD, what would be said if Brissett threw 5 picks? What would be said by me or everybody else? I can take a crack at both of them. What would have been said to me if Jacoby Brissett threw 5 picks? And it's simple. Jacoby Brissett played like trash. That's why he's the backup. I would have literally... But honestly, I would have been like, Jacoby Brissett threw 5 picks, played like trash, back up. I really hope Tua get his act together because we can't have a fit situation if Jacoby going to be playing like this. I would have been worse. I would have been worse on Jacoby, but not as long because the expectation isn't for him to start. But I would have said, Jacoby out here throwing 5 picks. So you mean to tell me you don't re-sign Fitz and this is what we got? Jacoby out here playing like trash? It is what it is. I wouldn't even talked about it long because he's supposed to be the backup. Jacoby could have had the 3 picks and I would have been like throwing 3 picks, playing like trash, but hey, he's the backup. He's the backup. That's what I would have done. I think a lot of us would have. I wouldn't have changed in there. Like, do you see a scenario where TD was like, Jacoby threw 5 picks, but it's okay, y'all. He's going to be better, and we know this and that. I mean, I don't have no incentive to boost him up. Now, Tua keep playing like this, I have to boost Jacoby up if his play's better. I have to, because I need whoever the best product we can get on the field. If Tua throwing 5 picks every day and Jacoby throwing 3, if Tua overthrowing and underthrowing and Jacoby making plays, it is what it is. I call the balls and strikes how I see them. I call it how I see it. Plus my glasses on, but most of y'all don't get the picture unless the flash is on. Satisfied for nothing. You don't know y'all don't know about that. Somebody said, ball game, how many picks did Tua throw today? 5 and a possible. I'm just trolling with that possible. But 5 and a possible. Yes, Fitzmagic, Wheezy. I wouldn't mind Taylor Heineke. What's that? Listen, I don't want none of these guys. I want Tua Tagovailoa to be the guy. I call it like I see it, plus my glasses on. But most of y'all don't get the picture unless the flash is on. Y'all see the Dolphin logo. Y'all see it? Got my Dolphin locals. Killing them. Hey, I'm feeling the Super Bowl mode. Yeah, baby, we Super Bowl champs. Oh man. Oh man. See, those moments I'm just having extra fun, sipping on my H2O. Oh man. People, I have never seen on chat coming to bash Tua. Wow, coming out of the woodworks. You guys are really enjoying this. AB. I'm glad you said that because I want you to notice it. When you're over here, I want you to notice something. You are 1,000% correct. When Tua have days like this, people come out of the woodworks. Man, we had almost 500 people in here at one point watching. We had over 500, almost 500 people watching because this is the off season. Usually we don't have, previous years we have like 150, 200, but of course we've grown. So in the off season, we've been punching 500 and stuff. But stuff like this happen. Oh, they gonna come. But hey, can you blame them? That's how they feel one way. People say they're wrong. And then when moments like this happen, they feel validated. This is normal. Because the Tua came out today and threw 7 touchdowns, 0 incompletions, and 0 interceptions. And there are some other channels that are praised Tua all the time. You'll see those numbers go up. That's how it happens. If Tua balled out today and I went live and said Tua balls out today, the numbers are going to go up regardless, but at the same token, there are some platforms that have their narratives, and that's how it works because they have their opinions. I feel like Tua is a year 3 guy. He's not this generational guy that everybody makes him out to be, but he's good enough of a quarterback to where he can lead us to the promised land eventually. But some people say that's blasphemy. He's the greatest ever. He's going to be the greatest ever. He's going to lead us to Super Bowls. He's going to be amazing this year. You're going to see, you're going to eat your words, blah, blah, blah. He does no wrong. Those are 2 different narratives. So if he struggles on his way to greatness, a lot of people are going to gravitate to what I'm saying. If he just balls out like he's Patrick Mahomes this year, a lot of people are going to gravitate to what those other people say that he can't do any wrong. Regardless of who's right or not. That's just how it works. It's how it works. That's how people feel about it. And I'm here to tell you, I'll try to be as fair as I possibly can, and people call it hate. Tua has things he got to work on. And we built the team that's ready to win now, in my opinion. So it's a matter of how fast can he work on it and can he be the guy? Like, is he going to turn into that guy now? And if he doesn't turn into that guy now, that's okay because this is a process. But here's the problem with that process. During this process, we're waiting on him, and there's talent on this team that's getting older and going through their prime. That's the piece that I argue with people that they don't want to talk about. There's talent on this team right now who they're smack dab in the middle of their prime. And if Tua may take 3 more years to become that dude, the issue is you might be using up 3 years of a lot of other players' prime. That's what it comes down to. It's rare to have everybody hitting at the same time and you got a young team with so much talent and they all balling. But we have that. The biggest question mark is center and quarterback. And the quarterback is by far more valuable and more important. So like me and everybody, we love for him to be that guy this year. Ball out this year. Match the team. Match the team. You want your quarterback to match the team, this defense. Imagine if Tua played Tua's level was the same level as our defense last year. Imagine if he matched our defense last year. Oh, we far in the playoffs. We far in the playoffs. That's all I'm saying. At some point, he got to match our defense. He got to get this offense to start matching the defense, all right? Jason said, did you guys not see the weather? Jason, I want to answer that question with a question. If you see that weather on Sunday, is it going to matter whether we saw it or not? Come on, Jason. Week 17, we got to win this game to get in the playoffs, and the weather is the same as it was today. The weather on the field is the same as it was today. Is it going to matter? Or do we go sit home with a loss and say, yeah, we didn't make the playoffs because the last week the weather was bad? Can we please stop listening to these people that want to make an excuse for everything and say the weather? Let's stop talking about the weather, man. Mr. Ballgame said it was a bad day at practice. Nothing more, nothing less. Exactly. Bad day, man. Let's go back. Let's come back tomorrow and get it done. Let's turn that bad into a good. Everybody. Gesicki tipping balls in the air, causing picks or contributing to them. Noah dropping picks. Sacks are being given up. Who's not reading the call? I don't know. You know, I mean, there's plenty of stuff to go around, but I know we all focus on Tua because a lot is riding on him. Bad day of practice, man. Bad day of practice. But I'm a firm believer how you practice is going to determine what's going to happen at the end of the day on the field. So for all y'all who always throw that Allen Iverson practice, we're talking practice? Does he have a championship? How many championships Allen Iverson got? How many championships he got? So how you practice is going to contribute to the end result. Did you see the weather he's throwing in? Crazy. I don't care. We could be in the Super Bowl and have that weather. Down by 6 points with 2 minutes left. What you want to do? How about 50 seconds left? What you want to do? Keep running the rock? What you want to do? Nobody should be talking about the weather, man. It actually makes you look bad. Even bringing the weather up makes you look bad. Why do you think Flores decided to keep them out in the weather conditions for practice? There's a reason he kept them out there and practiced through it. Because you're going to have snow games. You're going to have rain games. Man, come on. It might be snowing in Tennessee when we hit the road. It might literally be snowing there. I wish we can get practice in snow, but nobody really can. You're right about the weather, TD. It is what it is. It is. It has to be. Now you want to see them be better. I hope it rains tomorrow and they go out there and give us a better showing. Because if it's dry tomorrow and you get the same production in bad play, y'all ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all gonna start hiding. You just won't say nothing. But then you'll show your little tail if you go out tomorrow with clean weather and it's a lot better. See, I told you it was the weather. That's not the point. We don't care that it was the weather. We can acknowledge, okay, let's say we acknowledge that it was the weather. The weather's the reason it happened. Yeah, y'all, the weather was the reason. Okay, it was the reason then. So what's your point? You still got to play in it sometimes. Nobody wants to hear at the end of the day you lost a Super Bowl because it was raining. It was the same rain was happening to the other team. The same rain was happening to the other team. Pete going to town on Tua. Y'all, that's Pete for you. But anyway, man, I'm about to get out of here. I ain't finna prolong y'all anymore, man. We're going to have more details. We're going to have a good show tonight. I'm going to go live. We're going to chat it up, have a panel, see if we can get some of the guys to come through, have a good conversation about today. Y'all already know, man. Get people's thoughts, it'll be really interesting. It'll be really interesting, and I'm excited for it. Just to talk Dolphin football. So y'all, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to TD Fans Talk. We take no pleasure in Tua Tagovailoa struggling for the first day of mandatory mini camps, and that's without Xavier Howard even being on the field, which is crazy. But it is what it is. And we'll keep our eyes on the contract situations for Mike Gesicki and Emmanuel Ogbah, and Xavier Howard. The Miami Dolphins got a little bit of drama this offseason, y'all. We got a little bit of drama. We got play. You know what? Before I get out of here, I just got to say this. All y'all who've been subscribed to me long enough, y'all remember last year? What was I saying last year early in the season? I was the one who reported Xavier Howard is not happy with his contract and he wants more money. And I went live about it and I told y'all, man, I got reports that this is happening. What everybody said to me, bro, he didn't say this himself. Why you out here with this fake news speculating? And I also told y'all, it's just common sense. If the man even gets one vote for Defensive Player of the Year, if he's Pro Bowl or All Pro, his agent would be stupid not to renegotiate his contract. But the problem is the amount of money he'd be able to get that somebody would pay him, like $22 million a year. I don't think we should do. Bro, X ain't asking for that kind of money. You making up stories. The man never even complained about his contract. Where is this even coming from? I said if you understand the ins and outs of the team and this kid's contract situation, it only makes sense. And I'm sitting there going back and forth arguing people because you're right. There wasn't an official story that came out. I was just telling y'all, put common sense together. 1 + 1 = 2. The man is unhappy and he's about to have a contract situation. You making this up, man. You trying to break the team up. You just hate X. I'm looking out for him. I'm just stating the obvious. And I got all this flack. But why ain't nobody saying nothing now? It's okay for now the beat writers to be 4 months late on it, 5 months late on it, and start writing articles all about it when it's real. But I gotta get all beat up about it. When I talked about it 5 months ago that this is exactly what was gonna happen. I told y'all 5 months ago this is what we were headed to. You making up fake stories. The man never even said himself that he wanted a new contract. Try to listen sometimes, man. Try to listen sometimes. It was just common sense. You didn't need to hear for somebody from the Miami Herald or something to tell you this from an interview. It was common sense. And don't get me wrong, I understand you would want to give one of those guys more credibility than TD ever could get. That's fine. But how many times do we have to keep having the conversation of, I told y'all this already? And it's not from a place of I told you so, but I told you this already. Why is everybody out here acting shocked now? Oh, what's going on with X? Why is he blah, blah, blah? Well, pay the man. I've already broken down why you can't just pay him what he wants. Why you have to make a decision that's going to set a long-term precedent. Because if you pay X right now, everybody's going to want the same treatment. We just gave Jerome Baker a big bag. Imagine him going out there this year and getting one vote for Defensive Player of the Year. And next year he's like, well, I want a new contract now. I don't care. I want a new contract. We just gave you one. We just gave you one. But nobody should be surprised about this situation with X. I reported this 5 months ago, 6 months ago, if I'm not mistaken. Man, we in June now. I reported this 8 months ago, actually. We were in the height of the season, and he was starting to look really good. And I was like, oh, his pick's coming up. This is what's going to happen, y'all. Y'all better look out for this. And everybody, oh, here we go with the X hate again. You just hate and you don't want him on the team. No, I'm telling y'all what might happen. So you might want to trade him now. Put in the comment section real quick. Y'all think they're going to give X what he want? Say the number's $22 million. Y'all think they're going to give it to him? You think Chris Greer going to give Xavier Howard $22 million? Yes or no in the comment section. Yes or no in the comment section. You think they're going to get this man $22 million a year? Somebody said maybe. No, not 22. No. They shouldn't. No. Why not? Why not? No. I wouldn't. 22 is way too much. Here's the deal, y'all. I got to be honest with y'all. 10 interceptions a season. If you knew you could get 10 interceptions a season, $22 million ain't too much. His value on a team is worth a lot. But he'd also be hurting the team because it's a team. Because it's a team. I don't know, man. Here's what I do know. They've given him a number. It's purely speculation to know what that number is. I have no clue. If I was to guess, they've already given him a number, and that number is probably somewhere like 16 or 17. Of course, Dwayne. Hey, Dwayne, make sure you put your link to your channel so people know where to find you, bro. They probably done said, we'll give you an annual average of 16, 17. And here's the deal. If his agent is wise, he know that he can get over 20 million on another team. He knows he can get over 20 million at a minimum on another team. So the agent is going to ask the Dolphins for that, or say trade him so another team can do it. Think about Laramie Tunsil's deal, y'all. Here we are sitting here arguing, do you really want to pay Laramie Tunsil $18 million a year? Remember the high-level conversations we were having in the panel on this show? Do you really want to pay Laramie Tunsil $18 million? I don't know. No, yeah, maybe, blah, blah, blah. They traded him. And guess how much Laremy Tunsil got per year? $22 million. We were thinking the number was probably going to be around 18. We were sitting there thinking that the number will probably be 18. The man got an annual of $22 million. Laremy Tunsil. Annually. And we thought 18 was, I don't know. I'm like, I'm not paying this man more than 18. I'm not paying him. I would do 17.5 max, and I'm already mad about that. And we traded him to Houston, got all them assets, and then just to turn around and see the man got $22 million per year with all that guaranteed money. Imagine that had been the Dolphins. Imagine us giving Laremy Tunsil $22 million and not having any of this draft capital that we had to bring in all these players. Having none of all this draft capital to bring in all these players we've been bringing in. Our drafts wouldn't have even been close to as exciting as they were. Like there's like 6 players on the team right now that would not be on this team that we love, that we're like, oh, these are the future. Waddle wouldn't be on this team right now. That's the fact. Jalen Phillips probably wouldn't be on this team right now. And y'all just falling in love with one guy like it's the end of the world if you let him. Y'all did the same thing with Laremy Tunsil. Same thing. I did an article I did a video 2 months before we traded Laremy Tunsil. I told everybody, watch out, Laremy Tunsil might be on the move. And yeah, I got a little whisper from a birdie that told me that these things were being discussed because Tunsil was also going to be a part of the Clowney deal. But that fell through because Clowney opened his mouth, didn't want to do it and stuff. And I kept saying, I'm telling y'all, Laremy Tunsil, even though that deal fell through, I said if they could move on from Tunsil for Clowney as part of a Clowney deal, then that tells me that Laremy Tunsil, they could do without him. And I reported it 2 months before it all went down, and the same thing happened then. People got on my case. This guy knows nothing. Why would we trade our best player? Laremy, man, I'm unsubscribing, blah, 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 blah. All that crazy stuff. They killed me about saying we might be trading Laremy Tunsil. They killed me. And when that breaking news dropped, and now look at us 2 years later. Do y'all see what all... Now it ain't a single person in their mama that could say that was a bad deal. It was the greatest thing that could have ever happened to us. Would you prefer to be where we are now or would have kept Laremy Tunsil? Ain't a single soul can answer that with, I would have rather kept Laremy Tunsil. Pete said, I killed you. I remember, TD. I was going off that show on you, TD. It's all right, Pete. I know you crazy sometimes. You be in and out. They scattered like roaches. Like, come on. Would you rather have kept Laremy Tunsil or things to be going down the way that they are now? I was ecstatic the second we made the Tunsil trade. Me too. Especially when I heard all them assets we got back. Especially with all those assets we got back. And the only reason I was good with trading Laremy Tunsil because I knew he was going to be $18+ million. And I was just like, oh, don't do it, Miami. You'd be crazy to do that. And all these people, pay the man. What? Yeah, we don't never want to pay our guy. Pay the man. I'm like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. And now we're looking back and we're like, Thank goodness Greer made that move. Wow. Like we've turned a single player in Laramie Tunsil. I feel like we're like turning him into 9 players that are all be very valuable for our future. You do realize it was Jones that took the best wide receiver on the teams we faced, right? It was Jones, not X. Ball game. See, you starting a whole nother conversation, man, because I'm telling you, man, these people are so delusional in that conversation with the Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. And I'm not trying to diminish X. Overall, X was the better player, but at the same token, Byron Jones had more of a responsibility. And not only did he have more of a responsibility, but he set it up so that X could get targeted the way that he did, which helped X game this year immensely. X still had to do his job, in which he did, and at a very high level. He got to really spring and show what he could do at a max only because of Byron Jones. Because had Byron Jones not been on that other side, they would have been throwing Nick Needham and Noah Igbenogami's way all season, and X would have had half the picks because he wouldn't have had as many targets. You know how many times the quarterback hiked the ball, looked the Byron Jones way, went the other way, and threw X way? That happened a lot. A lot. But that's neither here nor there, man. You can't tell people this. They'll argue up and down. Anywho, man, like I said, I'm about to get out of here. Man. But we're gonna keep our eyes out on the situation, man. Hopefully, y'all come back tonight. We have a good show. Get some other people's opinions, their thoughts. We'll be talking about X. We'll be talking about Gesicki. We'll be talking about Ogba. We'll be talking about Tua's day in training camp. We'll be talking about some of everything Miami Dolphins football related. Shout out to Ian Baller with another donation. Said, I'm not worried about Tua. Seems like both QBs struggled a bit. This D sounds nasty. I really like Tunsil, but I love what we did with them assets. I agree, man. Y'all come back tonight. It'll probably be somewhere around 10 p.m. Eastern, somewhere like that. Ball game said you can't reason with some people, so it is what it is. Exactly, man. I don't know if you're free tonight, ball game. Hopefully you are, man. I love to have you on. Get your take on some of these things, man. These are exciting times. But ladies and gentlemen, the Miami Dolphins officially have a little bit of drama this offseason, all right? And it's just the truth. We got some drama. We got contract drama. It's just all kind of stuff. But we'll talk more about it tonight. Thank y'all for coming through. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hit that like button on your way out. Punch that like button. We have 500 people in here and only 205 likes right now. So make sure you hit that like button. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Peace. I'm out.